Wait, I was sure my son that was a baby, so I try one by Badwam Mpensenpensemu bro. A high Adom TV, big me didn't question sempa me tell mama mine ne kwabna sante wo hwe tuntuma hye me ya na chese ade ato ene kakra and the Jefanko ene omoye ne 1 week observation tie wi aye nyina be Madina na afei e mabusuafo ya akoye ma mo hyeden nyamene hene. Well, my big for I'm introduce you from the camp of the NDC, your national youth organizer, George Ofori Pablo, and your friend Pablo in Makwaba, Bibia Bokodia. Wait, and nobody has NDC in your Mekoye.
I'm Adom. President Mama is the next president in waiting.
Oh, okay.
A friend of the president in waiting, or train home 2025, 7 January. Can't afford the Nakunya Beshan.
But somebody himself in a mobile car battle, flag bearer, and
Adom. Baby, idea. So, baby, Abba Fabia, and I'm say there is the clamoring for him to return.
Okay.
You say when the time comes, any day, say delegates.
Of the MPP, Dennis Miracle Abuaje, member of the MPP. Dennis, I think I'm at here, Bokodia.
Divine selection.
Last year, you may be out the year. My face is none in the Abbassin.
Yes, you know. Pablo, the constituency, where you and then Nkola na nkomu to me. Now Nkola so you omuko school omo ananka and then komu nye skanko. Omo ko edutech and in the fa omuntu ya kapre. Na ohe ma memu a nanka Pablo Emreso no. Nkomu
Iwana for no de ba akwa
Pablo constituency. Oh, many Pablo constituencies say a sister constituencies. Until you minu e want ye check. And then of course, but there are a lot of investments going on in this area. Okay. So in Safari Valley.
Oh yeah. Sure.
So a bro one day.
Safari Valley. Yeah, me that mass happen.
Oh, I say me that mass building.
Yeah, fast like a Franco Trading Enterprise. The St. Andrews Ultimate Remedial, St. Andrews Healthcare College, City Herbal. I'm going to say bro. Now, Dennis, my main from Fiasia and Ra in the Western region, second youth center, E-levy, a town hall meeting, course. So this whole issue about town hall meeting is about
Pablo. So, me cost succeed, you know.
Oh yeah.
It's baddest pakope. I mean, here Nana Adom Kwekufodo, and Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, Anope, and Ejuma Pa Omoyema Ghana. As a who him say me can I think and DC4 it can see chrome it didn't contemporary intro and then someone enye no kre ensem fata e kato Ghana for stream nti we must accept reality e kokodu mpempens will be at the papa ye de ba E-levy on mine na ye yahye no mapa ye de ba bo mo no na fe Bodun said they've set the citizenry against us. And the reason why the citizenry would also go along that line was simply because they put out lies. Many citizens didn't come home. No matter who the anti-porting and who be here say, Omobema, Yenina Kabum, they are pursuing E-levy agenda. Now, Oma Sans Wababeti, as you say, NDC, it is not about the development of the state. And see, adie bia omunim say ebeboa o man no. They would make sure say they fight it because e ba ne bo o man na emwo mo as a political party. And you can go try say be introduce in on my will be NDC they fight it. Even national health insurance MPP abanye de ba omo fight it. Embra na e ba be capitation to introduce basic FNS school under President Kofo freeway omo could drones eba say ebema remote communities everyone constituencies so emergency health supplies you be to me be akono omo kutia to the point omo kan cry say drones no dey kwakwa say be ma ho ewo edware enti this is not new free senior high school omo sponsor na omo say free senior high school na fe de ye nto omo bo mbehye mukina. And so there's a long history as to the kind of people that you know more elderly. Senka sorry ne yewa nka be ka so omo same principalities and powers. Because omo si abonte no omo say 2 million pa ekwa no ma miensa ya hyehyɛ budget no eye kai no ma ye pese ye ene bibie be nya sika ne free ena aban say no ma miensa bi wo budget eye akwan unim say na say so hu akwan ya ekoso unprecedented over 4,000 kilometers of road. Figures don't lie. Aban back could be anywhere waba within such a short period. Why these kilometers of roads, and it's still ongoing. Aban say I see a twice on ye become. And see, I see a miska near this challenges right now as a country. And a year youth unemployment. And see, young pay a coin be a befaswa. You be a deliberate strategy to ensure say you be fix this youth unemployment situation. And it's a chain effect. You say, GD say you create a lot more business people, a lot more entrepreneurs out of the youth. Then we can, have a multiplying effect. For example, Uma Abrantia will university. Our business plan supports Kakrabe 50,000 and 100,000. Now, if anything, employment we create plus the 10 business people, which is if anything 60. So the effect in creating entrepreneurs and more.
Is E-levy the only option?
No, E-levy is one of the options. And it's normal way there are only two main sources here to raise our revenue. And you see a bepe domestic revenue. You bepe kwa befa so a yankasa. You be gigi at 1 day. You did this adjumano. And I say you be kwa bobesia. And he has run away from that. And there is a reason why a bosia emini. The reason why I NDC are buying between 2009 ekopim 2016 omu movie yeka from your mind anymore eso omu yiska na de bo man ho ka no kitwa bi ena me no ka say nipa be 2 million over 2 million bi pe 2.4 million ene tue sika say emfa mbo nipa 30 million ho ka 2.4 million people ena omu bo nipa 30 million ho ka ma me mo scenario quickly ye nipa mi say me ne woni Pablo ese ye noa emoni edi anwamo na ye ba be noa no esi yemien say nyina obi contribute 1 cup because ye dia obi abedi 1 cup na beso yen enso contribution ye ni akọ Dominic ho na esi o man 2 cups nka ho echire no ye betu ye ho ka na ye de 2 cups na ba be kan na ye de ni anoa enti emre bia ye bedi amuni bia no ye de ba akọba na yakọbo bis cup no crowd ba yesi ye chemu fa na ye de bi kutu ya ye ka ye de ye wo enti bebia ye duru no aden na asempa ene Dennis afedi mo so mumboa mo ho ano na mo de munya 1 cup kra na se mo nya quarter cup mo mfam jai mpempenso ye wono decision mienu NDC force your solution ne se yenko IMF yen say IMF wono enye free sika no mo de man mo mfa nche
by NDC for
eye bosi ya no de member
honorable Marcus be yebo
no so ni opinion or side with the NDC. So he agrees with the NDC.
Okay.
MPP a position Marcus be yebo didn't speak on behalf of the MPP. The position of the government is that say you beko IMF na yakoje bosia no yebetua hunsi hunti enye free ku ne o ma betua te se ne Pablo mo ka o mo bottle between 2008 to 2016 9 billion to 122 ye tue sisi ya no sata mana Pablo mo bossa bosia da me no university na mo university e se ye chance free baby it is only pa 2.4 million pena ebo ye ho ka no ye ntire mu kakra ne ye mfa nipa dodo na embre mu no bi entua keten ne ye mfa mbo ye ho bra se ne be ya na etumi ama oman na eden akonenim. It's a simple decision. Ghana for and I say make your choice. Say, oh, you prefer NDC option of going to IMF. Ne yankobo IMF bosia no mo fancy hu ento ho. Enye nsi hu ne keke ho. Ombe ma okonde obi adwumem. Yi social interventions say allowances ne ade efi ho. Untumi mfa nurse for ne teacher for dodo because also uniska e na obobo besia dia ye ni sei. Ye say ye ma obi mbekire yen sane a ye hwe ye manfo. Enti yakase ebe pekọ ebe foso ehun ban answer na mede manu besi no 2 minutes per. There's a few misconceptions I in this for that to abonti yes here correct no, and I listened to their national communications officer on TV and I was shocked the confidence in which o she the control ko withdraw ATM affected by E-levy. Person Ghana for mo he onyina ti asese ATM withdrawal E-levy affect no o ko mo vendor ho say o kwa withdrawal from mo untua E-levy. So what transfer we a business you don't pay E-levy. What it means is that sa introbina NDC for catch Ghana for.
So for example,
say you pay capital, you pay E-levy on your capital. It's a palpable.
For example, I'm a salaried worker and she said me transfer
Yes, because it's from an individual account.
Thank you.
The point about the transfer from the business account is that E-levy doesn't affect capital because there's an exemption on transfers of Usika from your business or your corporate account to any other bank account.
Dennis Miracle Abuaji, a member of the MPP National Communication Team. Pablo, my member also, what's the Denny why that resistance from the NDC?
As I'm the kind my main fat motivation, I mean, for my Ghana for in Africa. I mean, my Ghana also Africa, perhaps and then the decline, and then the decline, and the Ghana for aiding common, all the way down to the branches, which you mean now. Main set records be straight. Meaning I Casano. I'm saying only Ghana bakosem. Now I say NDC crow equity capitation. I am correct, and I will educate him. Not Nana Dankwe Kufuado, and President of the Republic of Ghana, or no Nana yet Greater Accra Bar Association President. They boycotted a consultative assembly now for me now they drafted constitution on the basis and I drafted 1992 constitution. But Yamin Chadie, the 1992 constitution now, ordinary Ghanaians, it's not a trend. It's been the longest serving constitution in the history of this country. In that 1992 constitution, a part of the procedures are FQ. So if the MPP sits here today, now we can say NDC for a kutia. Now yenma the midwives of Ghana's democracy. 1992 constitution. Yenma sabi yatina sia yeso that we've had issues with implementations. It's, when capitation was being introduced. On publication NDC fought against capitation. We have never fought capitation with him. 2, the NDC has never been against free SHS. So when Matthew Opoku Prempeh was Minister of Education, at Semper Studios, he made an admission so by education for day students in public schools.
Yeah.
And it is the end you support here, you start here for day students. No. Our problem with free SHS was the mass in school for Kofi. Because government does not have money to buy food for the schools. Because we foresaw the challenges. It started the building of the E-blocks so that community day schools will be free. Until we are awful, that's what to me a boarding now. How did we see alternative? How is that against Momo policy? No? And then on the issue of national health insurance, they keep forgetting, say, under President Rawlings, and they start a year experimentation of a year pilot a health insurance. The Catholic Hospital in Sunyani. We piloted it. Time now we introduce, our MPs walked out of Parliament for a reason. It was issues of implementation. And mind you, the NPP did not start national health insurance. Almost started district health insurance schemes. Until 2020, the year national health insurance, Ukra card, Ewa Accra, now do Kumasi card, need to be sure. So, Omunjai in Kontompo misconception, and then throw Ghana for. Now, let me come to the issue of E-levy. Meaning, the NDC, say, I was say a jet tour, you develop your mind. It's say, you better 20 years develop your mind. You want to say, you the tour, FI tour. Sabi, Aquarius was here and jet tour for a tour. You want to say, FI tour. Say, I was in tax pot here, meet ya. It means, say, a income tax na meet ya. Meaning, say, a production tax and a meet ya. Meaning, say, excise tax and a meet ya. Meaning, say, a sales tax and a meet ya. Meaning, say, a value added tax. Nefa and a levy. 2, taxes, for taxes to be, say, there should be equality. It's me, question party. And then what, asempa. And I know about media. Now, media to me e-wallet so. Now, Mammy or heavy do here and the fufu the day. Me no say a quack pay beard. Now you do heavy do say a quack didi. Who be a wallet, my wet you seeker. Where you seek a few person. Pay now your chair now. Now, Miss Media will be phone so. Maybe transfer media to your car. Yeah, it's a secano. Yeah, 1.75. Has there been equality? Maybe so. Is there a fair tax? So these are the challenges that confront. Say me chia me nim de ni sika kwakoye.
Nim de E-levy babaye.
But say me chia sika. Now over the years me chia sika. Now me say de bia me president or private jet Ghana or jet to. But the private jet is tarmac so. Our president took bia almost 6 million Ghana cedis. It's our profligate expenditures here on mining care. Now be catch him say me sika kakra che me botom no. O be sanje to wo so a me na wo be ko. At the same time, a 20 mature that I need now. I COVID by ye. Sika na that heritage fund mu makwako yedi. Sika na that stabilization fund mu makwako yedi. Now up to date, COVID sika mo expending ye 1 billion am ko give IMF for any donations e buy now. Auditor General link me for accounts.
I specific
one. Mami na mboni bi kwedi die no momba ya ya sign the bika ko bi. Dodo ne koye na ebi mbaye. Aye sebe wa wo ba. Na akoda no do beji bia no ahwete no. O man bibia so fa kodi dua no ahwete no. O be say ni bia kan ho bi mu. Ghanaians are only demanding accountability from this government. Say yeah and Ghana for unsa buying we wa cutting down expenditure. Usu hia sika. Ye nim say ye wo say we take the appropriate steps now we catch her and say meye we e dia so ano. Mo fa we income ho a ye we need that so. But say 12 billion compared to 6 billion, then it also. You cannot account for 12 billion. You find 6 billion inside account with him. The other issue on E-levy is that the GD said, me where I say online. It also pa. In 24 hours, the government has not created a conducive environment between the creative businesses. I'm a Ghana this year. It's on people's own accord, no more initiatives and no more innovations of government's digitization platform. Why would baby now? Why won't no under digitization? Why would baby no? And I also share the view say if government is not being lazy, as I said, government can find innovative ways of taxing businesses daily electronically, without resorting to mass taxation of hard work than being lazy. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, these are big revenue ventures for government. What is stopping government from asking them some form of service in Ghana so we can plug in directly because people are trading on those servers.
Pablo Mirase.
Oh, my patron to me, Katini, sir. I can't be 2 minutes.
Oh, there be
2 minutes.
30 seconds.
2 minutes.
30 seconds.
2 minutes now.
30 seconds.
On me 1 minute, come on.
The last issue is say you hear revenue, property tax. And now I heard Ken Thompson. Property tax, Ghana, and Macron. If governments are lazy and he wants to think through policies, sir, we should be looking at property tax. And then most especially the extractive industry. Which is the IFS for Kenya.
The
extractive industry.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. Extractive industry. George Opariado, Pablo, the National Youth Organizer for the NDC and out in Ghana. Yeah, back off for a quick commercial. But before then, Ochina, the 4th of February, Friday, World Cancer Awareness Day. Me pacha we oba abe mammogram. And see over Adom TV, uti Adom FM, Asempa FM, Joy Prime, Joy TV, all your platforms in the modern monitor. Once we oba 40 years and above, nature say with them ubetimi enye bi na de akwa check mammogram. A very special happy birthday and comma. Honorable Mavis Hawakumsin, happy 57th birthday to you. Happy birthday, Madam MP for Ewutu Minister of Fisheries and Aquaculture Development. Or say age with grace. Honorable Way Efi Nanakofinti Amwane de Baye. And another one, Efi Mavis Hawakumsin. You for a quick commercial break. Baba Kai Betwas. I'm saying I was so I try na yaba national communication team before the break na the kasafa E-levy but there is excellence in another danko ekufu ado so akasa traditional leaders say figure je koshiano at the Flagstaff House. I say Ghana you to me continue to borrow indeed omampani bias or the Ghana Beyond Aid by Pablo we mama starting field so and E-levy is part of Ghana Beyond Aid. Yankasa yen raise revenue.
Ghana Beyond Aid is what Bobo saying presidency in Ibayo. Is we are not saying government should borrow. And UTMPP for NDC for first argument say IMF. We are not asking to go to the IMF. The NDC as a party have not said some IMF. MPP for enjoy this honesty, Momo buy Namo say IMF. The IMF program was supposed to have ended in 2017. We are extending 1 more year. That's almost $400 million. COVID, buy Ghana Beyond Aid, but you are one of the first countries. That time you have 20 cases in poor Ghana, and I'm IMF because 1 billion. Now the IMF you go there and you collect money. You've taken over $2 billion from the IMF. When you go to the IMF, we went for policy credibility. It's in the Americans. IMF and our conditions, it is not true. There were restrictions, but during the time of the NDC, and I say the teachers when the NDC was in government, and I may say that the time
after college or
yes, nurses, yes, there were no demonstrations against us from nurses and teachers. There are issues where almost back piano a delay, but there was automatic employment. I need one teacher, one nurse, or the catcher and say during the time of President Mahama. But even per the records, I don't have the figures, but they are back as FMP. The day I met Nanabi on as FMP. Per the records, documents prepared by Dr. Nsiasari when he was Director General of the Ghana Health Services. States in say under President Mahama, more nurses were employed than any other time in the history of this country. And I challenge them to speak against it. It's going to the IMF in Yekakai. Going to the IMF gives you credibility and also gives you space. You don't just go to the IMF or just kakeke. Now say they've gone before that. Last year, Omoko international market, Omo raise even 50% of our Omoko Akopen. You know why? There is no credibility. So when you go to the IMF, what you get is a fiscal space, credibility. So that when you are even going out there to borrow, government every day borrows on the local market. And I'm refi. And then Treasury Bill rate you're saying. And then I say Ghana Bank of Ghana assign floaty amount so that your interest payments does not become high. So what is President Akufo-Addo telling us?
Ghana Beyond Aid.
Ghana Beyond Aid. And I say, Ostatica Ghana Beyond Aid. No. What's he saying? And our buregu no.
Okay.
So what is he telling us?
But I said, Dennis, I remember also.
As a point, you see the NDC. The issue with the NDC is that was short memory. Yeah. The first demonstration at the Ministry of Health. 2014, 2015, 2016, nurses and teachers are almost postio. That was the first demonstration. Your reporters were there. Ask them. Go into your archives and play the video. They kept demonstrating because you school, and you sit on TV, live TV. You are telling these young ladies, if you 1 year, 2 years, if you 3 years, even on allowances, cram into ya. Nipani you 1 year. No man allowances, beside allowance salary. Or you 1 year. We be for some year for a 4 more. It takes a while.
Yeah.
Or you 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. It's a training salary, you know, 3 months pay. You know, one test as a way. And then, please. And all of these things, your guys were there. Okay, picketing. You remember? Your cameramen are aware. There were daily picketing of nurses and teachers at their ministries in this country. That was the first thing that confronted us when we came to hook, line, sinker. So the people are watching. If during the NDC era, they were automatic posting, the nurses, the teachers, the trainees, they are watching. Again, adie bia NDC for kutia ye bia ye mia ye ni ye push it through ya ebe ye ade papa ma Ghana for bia omno de bae ene uti TV so catch Ghana for say mo na mo de capitation bae because mo pass constitution in 92 na mo di shemu na wo pass constitution in 92 na wo jato 1 na 2003 obi ba bebe ye ya so na de bae ene oh let me midwives na mo je constitution na wo na mo jato na mo ba constitution mu na mo tro yi wo so mo ba na mo jato na mo ye de amope ade bia ye de ba ye bia no ai ko ye ma Ghana bia nya ye pe mo na mo de ba ye you sponsored 40 adverts including adverts on Adom TV 40 against Free Senior High School and now TV so say mo na mo de ba ye na Ghana for say if during the NDC era na Minister Pablo AMC wo mi krom na me krom latte 4 ko PSTS free ya so mbemu ana meboa if during the era that's how ko benkum secondary school for free so mbemu ana meboa so for me I think that what I want the people of Ghana to understand the years omo did the same thing your president Kofo in fact taxes are na ye de ba na omo kutia ye omo ye ho demonstration omo ba ye omo tumu communication service tax ye de ba ye omo so omo mpene da omo ye ho demonstration crazy say omo ba ye no omo tumu ko 9% omo nye mfiri
E-levy there no matter what ebeba so
the E-levy no e de normal biensa ebebre
no matter what ebeba so
E-levy no e de nyuma ebebre the young people
answer me question
me de manu say no answer
the E-levy no matter what ebeba so
ekwen bia so say ye ye de free senior high school buy against massive opposition from the NDC and free senior high school Ebwa Ghana for no. Say ye introduce one district one factory almost say a baller ene in Yumaba Mimikro no. Sa kwina na ebe faso na di E-levy so aba. Na won so pan ba.
Thank you.
Market in the next 2 years. Pablo me ne ba ha obeka so mo di E-levy ba.
Pablo 30 seconds you wrap up. Final comment.
Okay. Country Dennis said, Osha Constitution, FQ was to take place 10 years after the passage of the Constitution.
Okay.
Into 2000, from 1992 to 2000, 8 years.
Okay.
2000, and that make sure say, so nobody fought against capitation. Mosune be do ya na we implement it. Osha free SHS in the same Constitution. It tells you say progressively free senior high school. Under President Mahama, Matthew Poku Prempe even admitted so mobile Canada no more and a free SHS program now President Mama implementing no Omokrana no buchia. So what are you talking about? It was for day students and the component has always been there. Ministry of Education in Guye, Ghana Education Service in Guye, the records are there. So we don't take credit for things we did not do. Okay. We only speak to things. Yeah.
Dennis.
Azaba Ghana for enyedidie ewo anadan kwaku for me ye buy no ye show mo boss e dey make sure say here from ba
promise keeper
access to social defense can promise ye buy ye see ye be ya kwan omo mehu akwan ya ekoso ye make sure say ye be support the private sector ye stimulate industries at the local level ekoso ye she Ghana for boss e be make sure say nyina makane na edundum mo maban so e be gina so
Dennis me that's
why ye fast why ye yes and no we nyina no
thank you
sa kwan pepe no mo
I was Dennis Miracle Abuaje a member of the MPP National Communication Team and George Ofori Atta Pablo the National Youth Organizer for the NDC Ansani Bekono very special happy birthday and come Professor Francis Owusu-Mensah Principal Codel EW happy birthday to you sir well Abusia Hania de Badwam Mpensenpensemu EDC and fast that Kasiam Farmer HEPA Plus Mixture Franco Trading Enterprise St Andrews Ultimate Remedial St Andrews Healthcare College CD Heba omone so say de Badwam Mpensenpensemu de bro me di kwesi asempa me tena mu ma oman hene kwabna sante me fast that ma the cameramen me fast that ma producers me da mu nyina ma se ochena oman hene kwabna sante beba no watenem good morning